Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Our new rest came in. Woohoo! And actually proper left-handed this time. So you got to really read that ad carefully, I'll tell you that. Anyways, because it does come left or right-handed. And it's like, well, the first one we thought was a lefty, but turns out up on top it said in capitals, left hand. So the other one apparently didn't, just said left or right. So not universal, not a chance. So you got to go over there with the appropriate side. Now this is going to be great for my compound bow in the end too. It does also have a locking screw hole here, so you can lock the grub screw so that it can't move. So with vibration, if things do become loose, at least it can't move on you. So that's good that they have a locker there. And I had to come all the way back to give me all the clearance I needed here. And I have actually loosened up the tension a little bit. Now, when you initially loosen the tension, by the way, it'll push the forks down. Just push the forks back up, rotate it back a bit till your pin comes back, and then hold your finger and loosen or tighten from there, and then this way it's less hassle. So we're gonna shoot from 10 yards with this thing, and we're gonna see how the arrow flight goes. I've got 4 arrows with feathers and 4 with plastic vanes. There's a little bit of weight difference between them, like about 20 grains difference. That's not too much to write home about, but it does make a little difference. So I'm not resighting, I'm not doing any of that stuff. We're just going to shoot it, see how they go, and then we'll decide from there what kind of adjustment we may need to make, because we can make inside-outside adjustments either on the barrel or in here a little bit. We can do a little bit, and it does come with an alternate rest too. By the way, no instructions. If you need instructions, you have an issue, because it's pretty simple. Grub screw, 1 bolt, that's it, pop it on. From there, they give you the more or less for the tension. And from here, you've got the screws so you can adjust the angle, pitch of the forks, either in or out, whatever you want to do, or pull them right out and put the alternate rest in place. Then you got this as well for a little bit of in and out movement that we may be able to do as well. But anyway, let's do this. Got 8 arrows to go through, so let's go through them. Well, that's not too bad. 2 plastics and 1 feather into the yellow. It is shooting to the right. Don't know what the hell happened to this one, but it went far right. So I think what we need to do is make a slight tension adjustment to start with. And we can do that with no tools required. And we'll give this thing another round. So I'll say that works pretty darn sweet for the plastic vanes. Not too bad for the feathers. I mean, we still got a little bit more adjustment to go. I think I may have to move the barrel a little tiny shift to the right just to get it a little bit more away from the side shelf piece. That, or we just take the side shelf out. That may improve our left to right issue. Maybe we should try that first. But yeah, we got some good shots in the yellow there for sure. Not bad. Now the whole point of this exercise of different rests is to find out what rests are going to be compatible with a recurve for shooting feathers or plastic vanes. Because a lot of people shoot plastic vanes and they don't realize they're going to get kicked. And so I think what we'll do is we'll pull this piece off and we'll stick it on the top of the iPad so it doesn't go anywhere on us. So we can put that back on. That gives us a bit more clearance. Let's get one more round, but I'm going to leave this one up close to you guys. Okay, so I know there's nothing wrong with any of these arrows. They have no problem going into the bullseyes. But we got to resight because, well, we have the pressure of that fork, and we're going to have to find the sweet spot for that fork to launch just correctly to balance between the two loads here of their weight difference, because it seems that 20 grains is definitely a big difference. However, we've got yellow, red, yellow on feather, another yellow. So that's not bad. We got some pretty good odds here. The rest of these are a little scattered, but you know, we got a little tiny bit of wind, which really isn't going to bother these that much. We are definitely getting more bothered by the tension on the fork. It's finding that happy spot, like I said, for each style to work correctly together. And I'm not sure if we should go with a little extra, maybe. Just a hair. Let's try it, give it a go. What do you think? All right. So these rests are not going to work on every recurve just because it has a burr hole. That I know, okay? I'll definitely check out the Nighthawk for you guys. Let you know how that goes, see how well it mounts, centers, all that. The big thing is getting it to center properly first, resight later. At least on the Nighthawk, it's instinctive shooting, so that's more about getting it centered and the right pressure on here. All right, guys, I gave it a shot on the Nighthawk, and it will work. You may or may not need at least one washer to bring it out a little bit to get it a little bit more centered, but you could always adjust the barrel anyways and just bring the barrel inward to where you need it, because it's almost dead on, which is fantastic. Now, the problem with the Aspen bow, we cannot check it with this one because this is a left-handed version only rest. My Aspen bow is a right-handed bow, so we can't check it. But Sharo does have the same exact thing as this, but for right-handed only. So in theory, okay, I would have to say that it would work on the Aspen. I mean, worst possible thing is it doesn't center properly. You just send it back for a refund. So I'm not going to go out and spend another $30-odd just for one bow to check, all right? Because the other ones were universal. You can just flip them left or right-handed for those rests. And we did find out that those ones absolutely will not work on the Nighthawk or on the Centerpoint Aspen. Do work perfectly fine, though. One needed beefed up washers, the other one did not. And we were fine with the type of, the way the riser is cut on my Olympic bow, but did not work on the others. Okay, so that was definitely a problem, especially when it pitches your arrow out this way instead of being straight. Okay, this one here on the Nighthawk, it's gotta come inward a little bit, like just a hair, and it would be perfect. And you can do that adjustment even right from the barrel. You don't even need to beef it up with washers, because there's plenty of space with the barrel here to just suck this, you know, to the left a bit, or even go more into the right. Okay, you will have to tweak the tuning on this for the pressure for your arrows till you get it just right, that they're launching proper. You will have to change your nocking point, obviously at full height rise. You'll have to redo that. As far as anything else goes, this thing seems to be set up pretty good from the factory. I don't see anything here that I really need to change or anything like that, but it does a good job. I'll give it that. And it allows us feathers or plastic vanes off of the same recurve bow. Okay, but remember, these do not work on all recurve bows that have a burger hole. You're gonna have to try it yourself and find out if your riser is the right thickness and cut type in order to work with it. And if it does, benefit, because then you can run either type of arrow, because plastic fletched arrows are way cheaper than feathered arrows. Feathered cost way more money in comparison to plastic fletched. this has been my video on this. I think as far as what I've seen, what results we got, we do have some little bit of tweaking yet to do on pressure, and we still have some resighting to obviously do. But in general, though, I think it's a win-win. Okay, and at a later date, I will try this out on the Nighthawk, and we'll see how it does on that. That'll be for, I don't know, maybe we'll do that in the fall or something. I want to get more shooting time on the Nighthawk before then, because I just put a new sticker with a rest on it, so I kind of don't want to kill the sticker. It's the only one I had to stick it on with. So anyways, we'll get to it eventually, but I don't see where there's going to be any problem with the Nighthawk bows from PSE, so that definitely would be something you could do either way. You do have to change the pressures at least, and if you are using sights on your traditional bow, then you're going to have to obviously do a little bit of resighting. You can also tweak the angles by the way of these little forks to get them more in or out to work with your arrow diameters and such. I left all that factory. The only thing I screwed with was the tension. That was it. So, and we got, I would say, really good results. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao.